nearly 3 decades since the unsolved murder of 6-year-old JonBenet Ramsey, a case that captivated the nation. And even though her parents always denied any involvement in her death, it took 12 years for prosecutors to exonerate JonBenet's mother and her father.
And now a new Netflix documentary is shining a spotlight on the case once again. As sources tell ABC News, progress is being made in the investigation.
Ruling people out for the wrong reasons. Everybody should be back on the table. You have to go deeper.
The digital world is absolutely losing it right now. Ever since Charlie Kirk's tragic passing back in September, viewers started investigating his widow, Erika Kirk, and TikTok transformed into complete mayhem almost instantly. Content started surfacing nonstop, pulling millions of views, and the response sections resemble investigation boards more than social platforms. The speculation circulating is so intense that even Nancy Grace intervened to analyze it, which only made things detonate even further. Here's where things escalate to next-level insanity. Digital sleuths are promoting the concept that Erika Kirk could somehow be connected to JonBenet Ramsey, the 6-year-old pageant contestant whose 1996 case still haunts American consciousness. No official evidence, just digital speculation. But viewers are investigating relentlessly and refusing to retreat, and the timing makes everything register suspicious. Netflix released a brand new JonBenet Ramsey documentary in November 2024, and suddenly old evidence, fresh speculation, and long-forgotten specifics are flooding back into visibility. Searches are exploding, clips are resurfacing, and viewers are questioning everything again. Now the internet is connecting what they label too many coincidences. Facial resemblances, ages synchronizing almost perfectly, shared pageant backgrounds, and rumored connections to powerful networks are being circulated nonstop. And once the internet locks onto a narrative, it doesn't release. That alone was sufficient to make viewers halt scrolling.
New technology helped exonerate the Ramsey family. Touch DNA analysis found the DNA of an unidentified male on JonBenet's long johns. It matched DNA that was found earlier on her clothing.
After the Netflix documentary dropped, reports claim more than 100 fresh tips flooded into Boulder police, immediately making this case register hotter than it's been in decades. Viewers who never monitored the narrative before are now deep in forums, replaying interviews, and dissecting every frame. But the investigation didn't halt at faces or birth years. Digital investigators started magnifying who appeared beside JonBenet in old photos, analyzing backgrounds, social networks, and connections that were never questioned before. When Ghislaine Maxwell's identity entered the dialogue, the atmosphere shifted rapidly, and the speculation transformed heavy. Then there's the legal overlap that triggered viewers. Internet users noticed the Ramsey family collaborated with the identical law firm that Ghislaine Maxwell would utilize years afterward. And some declare it's coincidence. Others perceive it as another strange overlap that intensifies the mystery. For anyone somehow unfamiliar with the case, JonBenet Ramsey was a 6-year-old child known for pageants in Boulder, Colorado. On December 26, 1996, her parents discovered a ransom note demanding cash for her safe return. Hours afterward, her father located her in the basement of their own residence, and the narrative shocked the nation.
Got JonBenet. She's gone. They've got her. I said, what do you mean they've got her? She's been kidnapped.
Boulder police officer Fred Patterson was one of the first detectives on the scene.
It was a very rapid response once I knew what we were going to.
I met him at the front door and told him what was happening, and he said, "What, do you think she just ran away?" And I said, "She's 6 years old. Heavens no."
There were no signs of a struggle in the house. There was no signs of forced entry. There were no footprints outside the house.
I mean, I was thinking, close the roads, roadblocks, close the airport. What are we doing here? And you assume the police know what they're doing.
Sergeant Robert Whitson arrived and quickly read the ransom note.
Speaking to anyone about your situation will result in your daughter being beheaded.
The investigation rapidly spiraled beyond control. The crime scene was mishandled, evidence became compromised, and media pressure transformed the case into a public circus, with suspicion falling heavily on the family. For years, the case stagnated. Then in 2008, DNA testing cleared the complete Ramsey family and indicated toward an unknown male intruder, yet instead of closure. The inquiries only multiplied. This is where Erika Kirk gets dragged into the center of this digital tempest in a major way. After Charlie Kirk was eliminated at Utah Valley University in September 2025, Erika suddenly advanced into the spotlight like never before. She assumed the role of CEO at Turning Point USA, delivered emotional presentations, and became a constant presence in headlines and viral clips. For the first time, millions of viewers were genuinely examining her face. And that's when TikTok started buzzing. Users began uploading side-by-side photos of Erika Kirk and JonBenet Ramsey.
We're a very strong female athlete. Can I ask you your position on that? Because
Totally.
because this is obviously a dominant thing. We had Megan Rapinoe in the news just this week saying they don't really mean it. They don't actually have an objection to men playing in women's sports. They're just using it like as an issue.
They highlighted what they claimed were shared specifics: a similar dimple on the right cheek when smiling, matching eye configuration and color, and a facial structure they declare synchronizes almost too precisely. Audit response sections detonated with zoom-ins, arrows, and slow-motion comparisons. Then arrived the age detail that sent viewers spiraling. If JonBenet had survived, she would be 35 years old today. Erica Kirk is 36, born around the identical time, just months apart, which only pushed the speculation further in digital spaces. Now here's the speculation that's gotten millions arguing nonstop. And it's crucial to declare this is pure internet speculation, not proven reality.
Really loves speaking off the cuff. He's very good at that, without a script. So I personally didn't know what he was going to say.
Some digital voices claim JonBenet's death may have been staged, suggesting the scenario in Boulder was meant to convince the masses she perished. The speculation goes even further. It claims she was secretly positioned with another family and raised under a different identity. According to this speculation, that family was the Franz Fifth family in Arizona. I'm raising a girl named Erika Lane Francifi, who afterward became Erika Kirk. It sounds shocking, unbelievable, and straight out of a production. And that's exactly why the internet can't cease discussing it. The internet absolutely detonated the instant this speculation struck the timeline. TikTok, Twitter, response sections everywhere. Viewers are losing it and reacting in real time. Some are fully spiraling, others are pushing back hard, and the divide is getting louder by the hour. One viral response declared, "I can't unsee it now. The dimple, the eyes, everything matches. I'm going down this rabbit hole and I might not come back."
Now police in Boulder, Colorado are defending themselves following a new documentary on Netflix. The three-part docuseries focuses on the cold case of JonBenet Ramsey's murder in 1996. She was found dead in the family's basement the day after Christmas. The docuseries also focuses on the mistakes that were made by police and the extensive media coverage of the case. Now Boulder police have released their annual statement a little early in their own defense.
That upload alone accumulated thousands of likes and replies. Another individual attempted to stay skeptical but still sounded rattled, stating, "You're reaching, but also, this is scary because what if you're right?" And then there's the response that genuinely summarizes the atmosphere digital. If this is true, it would be the biggest cover-up in American history. That phrase maintains getting reposted, stitched, and debated nonstop. Even Nancy Grace, the well-known crime journalist who covered the original case for years, felt pressure to address the speculation publicly. She didn't endorse it, but she also didn't completely shut it down on the spot, and that alone sent the internet into another frenzy. When someone with her history doesn't immediately label something nonsense, viewers start reading between the phrases. Still, not everyone is accepting it, not even close. Many users are pushing back with reality, reminding everyone that official autopsy records confirmed JonBenet's death.
Arizona, USA, 2012 is Erika Franzve.
The coroner ruled the cause as a skull fracture and strangulation. The body was recovered, DNA evidence exists, and law enforcement along with medical specialists have repeatedly stated there is no credible evidence suggesting she survived. That collision, belief versus documented evidence, is exactly why this debate refuses to perish. Now here's the component almost nobody is analyzing, but it makes this complete situation even more complicated. After Charlie Kirk's death, a wave of digital conspiracy discussion surfaced, dragging Erika Kirk into dialogues she never requested to be a component of. Social platform threads started spinning speculations about timing, finances, and supposed motives, and it became ugly rapidly. Viewers digitally began speculating about insurance policies, power transitions, and who supposedly benefits after Charlie's death.
The first case that this was solved was a Golden State Killer case in California, and it was a 40-year-old case, cold case. Well, they found this guy that was a relative in the town where this crime was committed 40 years ago.
To be transparent, these claims have been widely condemned, and there is absolutely no evidence backing them up. Still, the reality that these speculations even exist displays just how intense the spotlight on Erica has become. Then there's the political layer that maintains bubbling under the surface. Before his death, Charlie Kirk had been expressing more openly on controversial topics. He questioned certain narratives around Israel, discussed publicly about the Epstein files, and stirred debate that even made some allies uncomfortable. His voice was becoming louder, sharper, and harder to ignore. That's led some viewers to ask dangerous what-if inquiries digitally. Was his death connected to what he was expressing? And if viewers believe that,
Apple was exonerated 2 years later based on DNA testing, which proved the killer was a stranger and not a member of the Benet family. The court released only a small portion of the grand jury's indictment. John Ramsey, who's still alive, believes the documents tell just part of the story.
does that position even more pressure or concern around Erica now? Those inquiries maintain circulating even without proof. And here's another detail that stands out. Erica gave birth to their daughter in August 2022 and their son in May 2024. She has maintained their identities and faces completely private, which many perceive as a smart maneuver given the public heat surrounding their family. In a space where everything gets dissected, drawing that boundary registers intentional and necessary. Still, some conspiracy-minded voices digitally twist that privacy into yet another layer of suspicion. They maintain asking why Erica is so guarded, what she's protecting her children from, and why everything registers locked down. To others, no, it's simply a mother drawing a hard boundary in a world that doesn't respect limits, but the debate stays loud.
What kids did you guys want to have?
We wanted to have 4.
So what's actually materializing with the JonBenet Ramsey case right now? This component matters. Boulder Police Chief Stephen Redfern released a statement confirming the case is active and evolving. Investigators are now collaborating with outside forensic labs and specialists utilizing the latest DNA technology available today. The complete case file has been digitized. That includes more than 21,000 tips, over 1,000 interviews, and roughly 200 official reports. Investigators have reviewed handwriting samples, DNA, fingerprints, and shoe prints connected to more than 200 individuals, a level of review that simply wasn't possible back in 1996. John Ramsey met with investigators in mid-2024 and is scheduled to meet again in January 2025. He's publicly pushed for advanced DNA testing, believing modern tools could finally identify whoever is responsible.
6-year-old JonBenet Ramsey captivated the nation and put her family under the microscope, with many speculating that her father, mother, brother, or all three were involved in her killing.
Technology today can extract answers from evidence that once went silent, and for the first time in years, there's genuine hope this case could advance forward. As all of this unfolds, Erica Kirk maintains advancing ahead. She continues leading Turning Point USA, honoring her late husband's legacy and raising their 2 young children away from the spotlight. Balancing grief, leadership, and nonstop public scrutiny, she remains at the center of a narrative that refuses to decelerate. The JonBenet Ramsey investigation is still advancing forward, powered by fresh technology and a surge of public attention. But digitally, the investigation never halts. The internet maintains comparing, maintains replaying clips, and maintains arguing over whether this speculation is complete nonsense or if there's even the smallest crack where truth could be hiding. Forums, response sections, and timelines are split right down the center. Some viewers dismiss the concept immediately, labeling it unrealistic and harmful. Others acknowledge they don't fully believe it, but also can't shake certain specifics that maintain surfacing back into their heads. What's undeniable is the pressure. Both Erica Kirk and the Ramsey family are dealing with a level of public scrutiny most viewers could never visualize. In the age of social platforms, every speculation circulates rapidly, every clip gets dissected, and every rumor, no matter how wild, can impact genuine lives in real time. And that reality is weighing heavily on numerous viewers monitoring this unfold. One response that maintains getting circulated declares, "I just want justice for JonBenet, whoever she is or was." That phrase cuts straight through the noise. Another individual attempted to pull things back to earth, stating, "Sometimes the simplest explanation is the correct one." Those two reactions sit at opposite ends of this tempest and perfectly capture why this case, decades afterward, still refuses to release. Some viewers are shutting it down completely. One response maintains surfacing, declaring, "They just appear similar." Another longtime true crime follower stated, "I've been monitoring cases like this for 20 years, and I've never witnessed a speculation detonate this rapidly." That reaction alone declares a lot about how hard this narrative struck digitally. So now the inquiry gets thrown straight to you. Is this the wildest conspiracy speculation you've ever detected, or do certain specifics make you pause for a second before dismissing it completely? Some perceive coincidence, others perceive unanswered inquiries, and that division is exactly why this debate refuses to cool off. Drop your thoughts in the responses below. not to pile on speculations, but to detect where viewers genuinely land after witnessing all sides laid out. And if you want more deep dives into controversial narratives and true crime cases that sparked massive debate, check out the content on the left. We analyze another high-profile mystery that had the internet losing its consciousness. And once you commence monitoring, it's hard to look away.